So this is about the fifth time I've tried to start this video, and I'm not really sure whether I should do this or not, but I'm going to do it anyway. I came to Canada because I wanted a better life for me and my family. I came in 2007 to check out Canada. We came over, and you guys who are regular on this channel have probably seen clips of my of Mrs. Radio Reaction. Well, she actually has family over here. Her mother was born in York, in just on the north side of Toronto. So she is, well, we didn't find out until I went for my citizenship and we started doing all the forms that she is actually a citizen by descent. So she's more Canadian than me, even though I sound so Canadian now. Anyway, we came over in 2007 and we went to stay with her cousin in Kitchener. And she also has another cousin in Woodstock. We were very welcome there with open arms. Such really nice people. We stayed there for 2 weeks. Their son got on really well with our kid, and you know they everything seemed so laid back. At that time, Harper was the Prime Minister, and Canada was under Conservative ruling, and we didn't see any homeless people around Kitchener or Toronto when we visited Toronto. Maybe there was some, maybe there was, you know, I could be wrong. But we took a day trip from Kitchener into Toronto and we walked around and we really didn't see anything negative about the place. We were obviously looking at Canada from a point of view of people who were on holiday. Now, when you're looking at Canada from that point of view, you're obviously not looking deeply into the politics of what Harper was doing or even now what Carney's doing. You're really just gone there to look at the surroundings, the CN Tower. You take a trip to Niagara Falls and you see one of the seventh wonders of the world, which is, you know, there's two here. There's the CN Tower, which isn't as much a wonder as it was, but it was one of the seven wonders of the world, the tallest freestanding tower, and obviously the Niagara Falls. You don't. When you come to visit, you don't see all that stuff. But what we did do is that we would go out in the evening and walk around Kitchener and have a look at, there was football practice, or soccer as you guys say, going on. Everyone seemed to be getting on well together. There was no hassle in the town. We could go into the town. There was a beer festival on when we came, which was fine. And from that point, before we came over to visit, we'd saved up money in my job, and before we came over to visit, we did not have an intention of moving to Canada. It wasn't our intention. But what happened is that we just sort of fell in love with what Canada was at that time. And to me, when we were talking and sat around and enjoying a bevy on the back deck, everything seemed so relaxed, so laid back. Everything was, you look at Canada now and you go downtown at the weekend, it's just all construction. You can't get through, for one, and where it isn't construction, it's been blocked by people protesting whatever they want to protest against. I'm not gonna make this a him or them or that sort of a political post. It's just we're just having a chat, guys, and that wasn't around then for some reason. It wasn't there. Maybe we missed it. Maybe we missed whatever protest was going on at that time. But we didn't see anything. We didn't see nothing like that. And that's what made us fall in love with Canada. But then what? Well, we finished our 2-week trip to Canada, flew back to England, and then drove back to Blackpool where we lived which is a coastal town on Blackpool, and all we could hear on the news in England was knife crimes. Knife crimes was on the rise in England. It was terrible, and immigration in England was through the roof. It was already getting bad in England back in 2007, 2008. It was already getting bad, and we just got back from 2 weeks in a place that we felt was like the most relaxing and inviting country that we've ever been to. And we've been to a lot of countries. By that time, we'd been to we'd driven around Europe. I had an old panel van from my motorcycle shop days, and we drove across Europe all the way into Poland. Went to the south of Poland to Krakow, and went to the places we can't talk about around there. And that was life. That was life changing. Seeing what had happened in the area around Krakow. It was. But we've been to other countries as well. We've been to Spain. We used to go to Portugal every year during Christmas and New Year. We'd spend many a New Year on the beach in the Algarve, opening a bottle of champagne at midnight with just a t-shirt and shorts on. That was the lifestyle that we were having before things started to get really bad in England. And that's when we thought, hey, why don't we move to Canada? Why don't we just move? Why don't we just pack our bags, book a flight, and go, and just leave? Just take everything with us, and leave and go. And the thought of that was just so scary, absolutely scary as. Imagine you just got to pack everything. You just decided, right, we're going to pack everything up. We're going to put everything in a suitcase, 7 suitcases, by the way, and you're just going to fly abroad, and you're not going to go back. Well, we do go back. We go back and visit, but yeah, you're just going to fly away and live somewhere else. So that's what we decided, but we didn't realize how hard it was going to be. It's not like it is now, where you can just turn up. They'll give you a coat at the airport and put you in a hotel. It is nothing like that. And you know what? If people are interested, I'll explain everything that we went through and all that we had to do in a follow-up video. And I'll follow that up, and we'll go from there and see if these videos are of any interest to anyone. If there's only a few people interested in these videos, I'll keep doing it, because I'm not pandering to the masses. I'm just talking to you. And thanks for staying to the end. See you on Sunday.